Good day, everyone. I am Shella Embertodazo, and I'm going to report constructivist approach and integrated approach. So first is the constructivist approach. Constructivist believes that knowledge is constructed by the learner itself. It also believes that knowledge cannot be passed from person to another. It is a view of learning as active process that results from self-constructed meaning. So, meaning, constructivist approach, it is an approach to learning that holds that people actively construct or make their own knowledge and that reality is determined by the experience of the learner. Say, for example, an elementary school teacher presents a class problem to measure the length of the Mayflower. So, rather than starting the problem by introducing the ruler, the teacher allows the student to reflect and to construct their own methods of measurement. So, pasagdaan sa teacher nga mo construct sila og own methods of measurement. Then, constructivism considered as a social process in which learners construct meaning through the interaction of prior knowledge and a new learning events. So, when we say prior knowledge, it is the information and educational context of learning already has before they learn new information. So, dala-dala na to nila daan nga knowledge. Then, these are the instructional characteristics of constructivism. First, teaching is not considered as merely transmitting knowledge and information, but rather providing students with relevant experience from which they can construct their own meaning. So, meaning, teaching is not just a theory, but you are able to give them practice experience like ipa-hands-on nimo ang mga bata to let them have a relevant experience. Second, the absorption of knowledge is somewhat personal, and therefore, no two learners can build up the same meaning out of one situation. So, meaning, as a teacher, we must be careful of our teaching because every student is unique. Lahi-lahi ang ilahang pagsabot the way ta mag-teach. Then, third, the teachers facilitate learning by providing opportunities for a simulating dialogue so the meaning could evolve and be constructed. So, when you are a constructivist, you will let the students share their own thoughts so that from that one thought, they will be able to create a new meaning. Then, fourth, instructional materials include learning activities rather than fixed documents. Nga naman, it's because instructional material, it is just a guide. Then, instructional material can be changeable depende sa paggamit sa students. Not just like a fixed documents nga, kinahanglan jud siya, sundon siya step by step. It's because fixed na gid na siya. Then, next is the guidelines for its effective use. First, encourage the students to take their own initiative in undertaking a learning activity. Why? Because if you encourage the student, their sense of responsibility will develop. It also develops self-centered learning. Then, second, respect and accept students' own idea. So, dapat, ginakuha po di mo ang ilang own idea. Like, allow group discussions and free expressions of their own views. They will learn to listen to others and share their own for unconscious. Their self-confidence will be enhanced. Then third, ask the student to recall past experience, analyze, and see the connection with the learning event. So, the constructivist allows reconstruction and revisions of the previous learning. It is a recall and objective evaluation that results in a new understanding. Next, this is the 5 E's of learning and constructivist approach. So, the 5 E's are the instructional model encompassing the phases: engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate. These are the steps which educators have traditionally taught students to move through in phases. So, From there, students can elaborate on their understanding, applying what they've learned to new situation to deeper their skills. So that's all for constructivist approach. The next is the integrated approach. Integrated approach is one in which learners learn by doing in learner-centered environment in the learner interest. So, integrated approach is a teaching method which allows learners to explore, gather, process, refine, and present information about the topics. It is also a method that allows students to learn in a way that is natural and learner context in the learner interest. Mm, so, just like the metacognitive, integrated approach can be interdisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and transdisciplinary. So first is the interdisciplinary approach. When we say interdisciplinary approach is observed when teachers integrate, ay, it involves an arrangement of the knowledge and skills within one subject area. So, you can observe interdisciplinary approach when teachers integrates the disciplines within isa lang siya ka-area. Just for example, integrating listening, reading, writing, speaking, and viewing in language and arts. So, dira lang siya, ang language and arts is nakafocus ng kadinhaa. Wala na ka ni jump sa lahi pang nakafocus ng kadiha nga subject. Ang imong knowledge is dira ra gid siya. Another example is math teaching integrates number, and number sense patterns and algebra. So, dira ra gyud kung ka nakafocus ana nga subject. One subject area lang ang interdisciplinary approach. So, next is the interdisciplinary approach. Involves drawing appropriately from several disciplines or separate branches of learnings of fields of expertise to redefine problems outside of normal boundaries and reach solution based on a new understanding of complex solution. So, in interdisciplinary approach, this teaching means the use and integration of method and analytical framework from more than one academic discipline to examine a theme. So, wala lang ka nakafocus sa isa ka area. This diagram shows interdisciplinary teaching. Interdisciplinary teaching is done when you teach science concept in teaching, reading skills in English, and when you teach concept in araling panlipunan. So, meaning, interdisciplinary teaching takes place when you teach araling panlipunan, at the same time, you are teaching research skills and scientific processes. Then, the rest of scientific process include na ang data gathering and hypothesizing. So, wala lang jud ka nag-focus, ang imong knowledge is wala nang naka-center into one area lang siya. Nag-teach kag araling panlipunan, at the same time, nag-teach ka og science. So, that is interdisciplinary teaching. Then, next is the transdisciplinary approach. It is an approach to curriculum integration which dissolves the boundaries between the conventional disciplines and organizes teaching and learning around the construction of meaning in the context of real-world problems or themes. So, problem-based learning or BPL is a concrete example of transdisciplinary teaching. Nga naman, it is because it is the learning that results from the process of working towards understanding of the resolution of a problem. So, in this problem-based learning, they all tackle a local problem. And that local problem is a real-world issues na siya. So, that is transdisciplinary approach. And that's the end of my report. Thank you.